I like to be unique. I like to be different. I think the unique is very rare to find nowadays.
Wow. I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, you know, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah. So how are you feeling, my friend?
First, I was deeply disappointed.
The slave thing is a bummer.
It's a bummer.
I can't control it.
I still believe, I still believe in reparations, by the way, so y'all can stop texting me and emailing me and saying that I'm a white girl and that I don't deserve reparations.
One of the things I think about, and one of the reasons why I'm on the show, is because of the comments that were made, frankly, on this show, that the only way for a young African-American kid to be successful in this country is to be the exception and not the rule. That is a dangerous, offensive, disgusting message to send to our young people today, that the only way to succeed is by being the exception.
Melania Trump has never been one to seek the limelight unnecessarily, but when she decides to act, she does so with precision and purpose. This time, she is not just aiming for an apology or a payout. She is taking things to an unprecedented level. Following Sunny Hostin's on-air remarks, which many described as deeply personal and potentially defamatory, Melania has reportedly escalated her legal response against The View to explore possible legal action. This development has added further tension to the already turbulent world of daytime television and has left Sunny Hostin and her co-hosts facing significant legal scrutiny. The controversy began during an explosive broadcast of The View, where Sunny Hostin, known for her outspoken commentary, made strong remarks about Melania Trump. She criticized the former First Lady on various issues, including political controversies, and made statements about Melania's past, integrity, family, and personal choices. Comments that some perceived as overly harsh and beyond the bounds of political critique. While audience reactions ranged from applause to moments of discomfort, one thing became evident: the remarks had sparked serious controversy. Melania's legal team acted swiftly, filing a defamation lawsuit that made national headlines. However, reports also emerged suggesting that Melania was exploring additional legal avenues, including defamation laws that, in rare cases, could involve further legal consequences. This move has intensified the discussion around media accountability and the limits of public commentary.
Your son rushes into the room,
Yes.
and he had been told, your son is in college, I understand, but he's still a child. This is his father. How difficult was that, to have that conversation?
Very difficult. Very difficult. He was outside playing sport, and he rushed in, and was very, very difficult.
And then a few weeks later, there's another attempt on your husband's life at your golf course. Where were you, and what was your reaction to this attempt?
I was in New York City, actually, and I saw it on the television. And as soon as I saw it on television, I called again, and he was okay, because Secret Service were great. The guys that they were with him, they were fantastic. And I think both of the events, they were really miracles. If you really think about it, the July 13th was a miracle, like that much, and he could not be with us.
Defamation is typically treated as a civil matter in most cases, but some jurisdictions still recognize the possibility of criminal prosecution if it can be proven that defamatory statements were made with malicious intent to harm someone's reputation. According to sources close to the case, Melania Trump's legal team is gathering evidence suggesting that Sunny Hostin's comments were part of a premeditated smear campaign, one allegedly orchestrated not just by the co-host, but also by the show's producers, and possibly even higher-ups at the network. Leaked emails and behind-the-scenes footage have reportedly been submitted as evidence, allegedly showing a pattern of targeting certain public figures, particularly Melania and her family. One source even claimed that producers encouraged Hostin to be provocative for the sake of ratings, fully aware that her remarks could spark controversy. For Sunny Hostin, the stakes have never been higher. Legal analysts point out that criminal defamation cases are notoriously difficult to prove, but in this instance, The volume of evidence and the high-profile nature of the case could make it an exception. Initially, Hostin dismissed the lawsuit as a political maneuver, but insiders claim she has grown increasingly concerned as the case progresses. Reports suggest she has sought legal counsel, with her team considering various options, including a public apology or an on-air retraction, moves that could potentially reduce legal risks but also signal a significant concession. The rest of the View co-hosts may not be entirely in the clear either. Legal experts suggest that, depending on the evidence Melania's team presents, other members of the show could also face scrutiny for either their participation or their failure to intervene during Hostin's remarks.
And he normally doesn't call for that one screen. He waits till the end of the speech. So just looking at that screen allowed him to turn his head.
Yeah.
And he said it was providential. Does this make you believe in it more, in a higher power? How has that been for you?
I think something was watching over him. I think he's, it's almost like country really needs him.
That maybe God's sparing his life.
Yes.
And then we were told this week, and we were told that authorities have already known this for a while, that there was an Iranian plot to kill your husband. So I watched this video that you released on social media questioning first assassination attempt. For the second one, if they knew that there was this plot, why didn't they sweep the golf course?
You know, it's interesting how quiet and everything became, all of the mainstream media.
If the lawsuit expands to include producers or network executives, the fallout could extend far beyond the co-hosts, potentially threatening the show's very existence. As the case unfolds, public opinion remains sharply divided. Supporters of Melania Trump argue that she has every right to defend her name against what they see as a coordinated attack. This isn't about suppressing free speech, one legal commentator explained. This is about holding people accountable for malicious and reckless behavior that damages someone's reputation. On the other hand, critics of the lawsuit argue that involving potential criminal charges sets a concerning precedent, possibly chilling free speech in the media. Meanwhile, Melania has remained composed and resolute, delivering rare but firm statements that emphasize the seriousness of the situation. For too long, my family and I have endured relentless attacks and baseless accusations, she said in a recent interview. This is not about politics. This is about justice and integrity. No one should be allowed to dehumanize others for entertainment or ratings. Legal analysts are watching closely as the case develops, particularly given its potential implications for media accountability. If Melania's legal team successfully pursues additional legal action, it could mark a significant moment in the evolving relationship between law, media, and public discourse.